Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey yo, what's up everybody, and welcome to a very special Fireside Chat edition of episode 99 of the Two-Player Co-op Podcast. That was a lot of words. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How we doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
So if you're watching on YouTube, you would see why we said this is a special Fireside Chat edition of the Two-Player Co-op Podcast. We've been saying for a while that we wanted to, when the weather was right, to pull out the old fire pit, do an outside podcast. We've done an outside podcast one other time before. That was because we lost power. But this time we wanted to be outside from the start. It's a beautiful night here in Memphis, probably a hair under 70 degrees.
I think my car said it was like 72.
Was it really?
I think.
Call it 70. So we're out here just outside the Poolhouse Recording Studios.
Siri, what's the temperature?
Yes, Siri.
It's 73 degrees right now.
There you have it. Straight from Siri's mouth to your ears.
She never lies. So if you're listening on audio, hopefully nothing's different. If you hear crickets and stuff, just think of it as nice ambiance. And it's episode 99.
And that way, 99. If you tell a joke that falls flat, we already got the sound effect built crickets,
in. Which is pretty much every joke that I tell.
Speaking of jokes, I heard a good one the other day.
What was that one, Sean?
What does a Roman use to cut pizza?
What does a Roman use? Hey, Nico! No? Okay. I don't know, Sean. What does he use?
His Little Caesars.
Hopefully you can hear the crickets. That was a good one. So yeah, this is episode 99. That's a big deal because that means the next episode is episode
100.
100, the Two-Player Co-op Podcast. Again, if you don't know already, episode 100 is all about you, and we will be live streaming it on YouTube Sunday, November 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific. We're not going to tape delay it like
4 p.m.
Hawaii.
No, that'd be 3. In case we have any viewers in Hawaii.
4 p.m. Ocean time.
Basically.
If that's
Alaska,
thing.
probably.
Yes. Alaska. What are they? I don't know. They can see Russia. Episode 100 is coming. If you haven't seen the hype video, go check it out. We got a tweet from our buddy Kevin Denman on Twitter who said he's watched it like 5 or 6 times now just because the editing was so funny. Thank you. The best part is when Mario falls over, so look for that if you haven't watched already. But episode 100 is all about you guys. Essentially, we want you guys to tell us what you want us to talk about. We're going to do the normal thing we do every week here, whereas we're going to go through the news, talk about what we've been playing, all that fun stuff. But then we're going to have a whole section dedicated to you, the fans, the audience. So if you haven't done so already, tweet us, DM us, comment, email, twoplayercoopgaming@gmail.com if you want to do that. Anything that you want us to talk about, and it doesn't have to be video game related. We did get one wrestling topic, which I'm very excited to tackle.
All right.
So let us know what you want us to talk about. Episode 100 is going to be a lot of fun. We'll probably go for about a couple hours on Sunday night, and then it'll be up in the normal fashion that it always is.
It definitely won't go 4 hours.
It will not go 4 hours because we have to work the next day.
Well,
hopefully it won't go 3. We also said that with episode 75, and it went 3 hours, 3.5. It went a long time.
You also said that during the filming of 50. You're like, well, we've been recording for about an hour and a half so far, and it was like 3.5.
I was off by 2 hours, I think. The recipe will do that to you. We need to break out the recipe again at some point.
Yes, it's about that time of year.
It is. So what else? Well, yeah, and also, remember, we're on a quest to hit 500 subs before we get to episode 100.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Yeah, 1 week.
493 now, I think.
Something like that. We need about 1 a day. So.
Yeah. So spread the word. If this is the first time you're seeing us, this is the Two-Player Co-op Podcast. This is a podcast we do every week where we get together, two brothers who like to drink coffee and water and talk about video games. We go through the news of the week, what we've been playing, and then we play everybody's favorite game, the Back the Box Challenge, to wrap up the podcast. If this is the first time you're seeing us, thank you for being here. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Again, we're trying to get to 500, and share the video with your friends, family, acquaintances, and all the like. So, yeah. Let's get into it. So I had written down here that fantasy football is the devil because Deshaun Watson is my quarterback. But then, luckily, I started T.Y. Hilton today, and I'm going to win my game. I'm up by like 80 points on Terry right now. Sean, on the other hand, you got
Jared
Tom
freaking Goff put up like 50 on me. I was projected
And on
to
our
win,
Giants.
and now I'm going to lose by about 40. Blunt got me, I think, 3.
What happened to
Doug Martin got
Did he
me
get hurt?
0.
Did he get hurt?
Ed Dixon got me 0. Who?
Did he get hurt, Doug Martin?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I didn't really watch the game. I just assume he sucks. So he got me 0. Blunt got me 3. Dixon got me 0, who I had to put in the last minute because Ertz was out. Matt Bryant kicked like a 53-yard field goal in like the first few minutes and then got nothing but a couple extra points the rest of the game.
That was Ryan suck up for me, too.
And then I got what sucks is I'm depending on Hundley as a quarterback this week because Brady's on bye.
Yeah, you're done.
So I was already just saying, you know what, this week's kind of I have no shot. But the stupid projections were showing I was actually going to win, so I got my hopes up. But unless Hundley and Tate combine for like 60 tomorrow night, then I'm going to lose.
But the good thing is I'm beating Terry, so you'll both still be tied for 4th
That's
place.
true. I do need
So
you to
you're-
beat Terry.
All you got to do is finish in 4th, make the playoffs, and then anything can happen.
Yeah.
You might even have Aaron Rodgers back then.
Well, yeah. We'll see.
I don't know that it's worth hanging on to him, but we'll see.
I haven't dropped him yet just because I can't. There's nobody out there that like.
There's no quarterbacks. That's why I had
But
to
even
start Andy
Rodgers
Dalton.
or somebody, even if there's like a good receiver or running back that I could pick up, I would drop Rodgers. But there's nobody that. I don't know. There's just nobody available. In a 12-team league, I almost feel like our rosters are too big or something. Like, how many bench spots do we have? 6, 7?
7.
It should be like 4 or 5. I feel like that would at least free up some people. I feel like there's just nobody available.
It would be nice to go to 6. Oh, my God. I'm going to die.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, God.
They're just embers. You're fine.
It's fine. It's
Unless-
fine until my flammable bug
Unless the
spray
bug
catches
spray
on fire.
catches fire. This could be a very entertaining podcast. It's quite windy out here, which we didn't plan on. But, I mean, this is probably the only time we're going to get to do this because we're not doing it for episode 100. Then Sean's going to be gone for a couple of weeks, and then it's going to be December and cold, and we're not going to do it when it's actually cold out. So
Right.
if we catch fire, there's a pool right there. Just try not to knock the lights down when you jump in.
Lest I electrocute myself.
Yes. The only other thing I want to talk about other than fantasy football, Sean, you've had it for a few days now. Sean got the iPhone X. I actually heard a commercial calling it the iPhone 10. Which
That's
the first
how
time
they
I've
call
heard
it. No,
they
call it the 10, which is stupid.
I get it's the 10th anniversary, but then they should have just gone the iPhone 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 instead of jumping from 1 to the 3G
To 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So what's
and the
next year?
S's with the S's in between.
It's
and they didn't
stupid.
do a 7S.
It should
they
just be
did
the
a 5S
X,
and a
but-
6S and a 4S.
Yeah.
What do you think? Are you used to it?
I'm pretty much used to it. Like I was telling you earlier, the only issue is it's beautiful. The screen is like crystal clear, and the OLED screen, like the blacks are really black. It just looks great.
Right.
But with the whole thing being screen, when I first take it out, I can't tell if I'm holding it right side up or not, and whatever. I've been having lots of fun sending the animojis, little
Of course.
poops and stuff. Just
Nick
me
is
as like
still,
a talking
or Noah,
poop.
whoever you send it to is just every time he'll pull up his iPad and be like,
Yeah, I sent that to Noah. And Casey keeps doing his, "Hi, I'm Uncle Poop." I guess that's an impression of me, but oh god, I like it, and it's the perfect size. I mean, it's a bigger screen
Yes.
than my last one, but it's a more normal sized phone.
it's got to feel a lot better going from the Plus to that.
It's a lot lighter. I mean, it's a lot smaller. Not a lot smaller, but it's smaller. But it's a lot lighter because I don't need to have the stupid battery pack case thing on it. I don't know. I like it. It's already kind of just like, all right, that was fun. Like I played with it for like an hour, and now it's like, okay, well now it's just my phone. But
That's why I'm just keeping my 6S.
a lot of things that were just annoying me about my last phone don't annoy me anymore with this one. So there's
How's the battery on it? I mean, I know the battery on your other phone was like nothing.
I'm still at like 40%, and I've been using it a decent amount today, and
You
I
haven't
haven't charged
charged
it since I woke up.
Okay, well,
And I
then
think
that's good.
as the charm continues to wear off, and I'll stop just finding reasons to take it out and do something on it, it'll last even longer. So battery's fine, as all iPhones are for about a year, and then they but
They want
We'll
you to
see.
buy one every 2 years.
Yep.
Or even every year now. So then the batteries are going to start dying even quicker than they used to because you
Yep.
can't even just pay for one now.
Yep.
Here's what it is. Sean, anything else?
So I finished. I can't even talk about it, but I finished Stranger Things. We watched the last 4 episodes last night. I loved it. I haven't read too much online because I didn't want to, because I didn't want anything spoiled, and I haven't had
Right.
a chance to since I finished. So I'm curious to see like what the reviews are, what people think of it. I think it's better than the first season.
Really?
And I'm curious to see if that's the popular opinion or if most people say, it's good, but one was better. I think it was better. But it was really good. I liked it a lot. There's one episode towards the end, which you'll see when you get to it. It's almost like, not in the same way, but it's kind of similar. Remember I can't remember if it was season 3 or 4 of Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
The Fly.
Oh, yes.
It's an episode, not at all.
One of my
like,
top 5 favorite Breaking Bad episodes, I would say.
Really?
I loved it because it was just so weird and so self-contained.
Yeah, so it's not. I say
love
it's
that.
like that because it's almost like, what did this really do? It kind of
Right.
expands the story, but whatever episode it was, I think it may have been 7. Like 6 ends, and then 7 is like something totally different, and then 8 picks back up where it was just really weird. But I feel like it was.
Is it because they had one extra episode? They're like,
I mean,
can
that's
play
kind of
around
what
with
it seems like. I think it's necessary in the grand scheme of things. But I don't know that it didn't contribute a whole lot to this season. But I think it contributes more to the universe, the Stranger Things universe, I guess. So, I mean, all that being said, it was a cool episode, but it's just weird. It just kind of takes you out of, like, especially the way 6 ends. And then, yeah, it's just kind of weird. But overall, I loved it. It was really good. I can't wait for 3. Hopefully it's not. I don't know. When did 1 come out? Was it this time last year?
Yeah.
So it was only a year apart.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, if they keep that up, I'm fine with it. I thought it was like a year and a half or so.
No, I don't think they're gonna pull. I don't think they're gonna pull a Game of Thrones. Yeah.
like a year and a half or 2 years in between.
Right.
But no, obviously I can't talk about it. I don't want to spoil it for you. I don't want to spoil it for you. But if you're a fan of the season or of the series, I mean, I don't need to tell you. You already know you need to watch it. So watch it, and maybe once you've finished it, we'll get to talk about it a little more.
I started it
Oh, okay.
last night.
Just one episode?
One episode. I don't know what the heck Dad was talking about. That was not. He's like that was one of the best first episodes in a season for any show ever. I was like,
I mean, it was good, but I don't.
I thought it was like, I thought it was kind of pointless because it's like we know. I mean, how much spoilers can I get into? We know. Okay, we know a certain somebody's still alive.
Yeah.
Cool reveal. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're taking. That's.
Yeah.
I like that. That was cool. But we knew that. We
Right.
knew about I'll just say, the visions
Yeah.
from the end
Yep.
of season 1. And nothing else happened.
Yeah.
And we got introduced to Mad Max, I guess, which that
Some
is
new
not a spoiler.
characters.
That's nothing.
Right.
I'm assuming that's going to be a main character throughout the rest of the show. Halpert face. Also, when we got introduced to the other during the heist at the beginning. So that does intrigue me. Shout out to Paul Reiser getting work again.
Yep.
Mad About You. I actually loved that show way back in the day.
I did too.
It was way past our, because it was more. I mean, it was like a rom-com TV show, but it was like, I don't know why we watched it.
I have no idea. I don't even remember anything about it. But I remember
It was Helen Hunt and
enjoying
him.
it. Yeah.
Boy, Helen Hunt's career never. She had Twister,
She did Twister, and that's
and
about
then
it.
that was it. Wow.
No, she did something else after Twister.
I feel like she
I
must
think.
have, but I can't think of it.
Oh, wait a minute. Is she related to Bonnie Hunt? I just realized they look
They
very
don't-
similar, and they both are named Hunt.
I mean,
And
they
they're
could
both-
also be stage names.
It's possible. I wonder if they're probably sisters. I never thought about that.
Maybe. Oh, I got a haircut too. I did that.
Oh, big. Oh, and tell the people what today is.
Oh yeah, today is my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I mean, not today for you, but today for us. A couple
Today
days ago.
for you, tomorrow for me. So I am 36. Go ahead with the jokes, Logan. I appreciate it.
He ordered a beer today and didn't even get ID'd.
Yes. Jess said, that's because you're really old. And I said, thank you, honey. Fat Tire. Shout out to Fat Tire. That's one of those beers that I still have that I used to love and I still have a taste for.
Speaking of which, we've talked about this on here before. I tried again.
God bless you.
We saw that the bar had Winter Lager on tap. They didn't have much on tap, and I wanted a beer, so I went with Winter Lager. This used to be my favorite beer. Like, when this came out, I was just, holy crap, it's out. Yes, I'd go get, like, a case of it.
I get a keg every winter.
And now it's just, I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago.
For me, it was last year when I was like, oh, man, I don't like this
for
anymore.
Me,
last year for you.
But no, we both kind of came to the conclusion, like, yeah, we don't really like this anymore. And I think it's because I've really just developed a taste for IPAs.
Yes,
and
definitely.
It wasn't bad. It was fine, but it was not. It was okay. It was okay. I don't know why I used to love the beer. I don't think they changed the recipe. I think my taste changed, and that's it. But
I think both our tastes changed.
It was fine. I don't know.
I will say that's the only drawback to Rafferty's is that they always only have Killian's or like Coors Light or Bud Light or something, and then they have like now they used to only have two, but back in the day I loved Killian's. So when we lived across the street, I would go get Killian whenever we went there so often. I'd get Killian's all the time. Loved it. Don't love it anymore.
Yeah,
it's okay, but it's really just like a red colored Coors Light.
Kind of.
Like it says it's an Irish red. It's not an Irish red.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only drawback is they don't have a very good beer selection. You would think that they would have come around on that, but they have not. That's the only drawback. So anyways, yeah, I'm old. It's my birthday. It's a big deal. Oh, I did an experiment this whole year. Actually, for like the last probably year and a half. I don't like every time Facebook is like, it's person X's birthday, I have not wished like anybody a happy birthday
I saw
this
that.
year.
I'm like, oh, please let that be a leaf.
I haven't wished almost anybody a happy birthday on Facebook. I've gotten like 20 happy birthdays this year. So it is being reciprocated. So now next year, from this day forward, I am wishing everybody a happy birthday when it pops up. And then I will see what happens next year. If I go back up.
See, I got
to like
quite
80
a few.
or 90
I mean,
or
I barely use Facebook anymore. But
Right.
like, I got quite a few. I mean, I don't even know how many I got, but like, they were coming in throughout the day. And it was people that like I don't even talk to anymore.
Of course, yeah.
People that I literally haven't talked to in years. People that I never even really knew that well to begin with. And it's like, oh, I guess that's nice of them. They said happy birthday. But it's literally like, it makes me think of The Office and Dwight. Like, it's your birthday. Actually, that's what Cerrito wrote. He wrote, it's
Did
your
he really?
birthday.
That's awesome.
But I mean, he's doing it tongue in cheek. But other
Yes.
people did it, and they literally just said like, "Happy birthday,"
Amber.
lowercase, like not even.
That's
not,
Amber.
No Sean, no
It's Amber.
exclamation.
I love you,
no,
Amber, if you're somehow Amber Louine. Every time she says it's happy birthday.
It may
it's
have
just
been.
happy birthday.
Yeah, just lowercase h, lowercase b,
I'm
maybe
like-
a period, maybe not even a period, but no exclamations, no capital letters, no, just happy birthday.
Just put a little bit of effort
Right,
into it.
at
If you're
least-
going to take
yeah.
the time to type it, just say. And then the funny thing is when you get random happy birthday messages on LinkedIn, I'm like, I know.
Oh, I don't even go on.
I know
LinkedIn.
nobody on LinkedIn. It's popping up happy birthday, and it's all the automated. They just say wish so and so
Click this
happy birthday, so
button
you
to-
click it.
yeah.
I'm like, this is so stupid.
That's funny. I should go on LinkedIn and see if I got any.
It's so stupid. I need to turn off my notifications for LinkedIn. I don't even know why I have it. So yeah, the reason I was able to start Stranger Things last night and why I will now be able to hopefully watch it. I don't know if I'll get through this week because there's a nice little DLC pack coming out on Tuesday that I cannot wait to play. Stay tuned to episode 100 for my thoughts and hopefully Sean's thoughts on the Frozen Wilds of Horizon Zero Dawn. Hopefully these things are working because it's windy.
I think that'd be fine.
I think they're working. Sean and I both, I'm guessing you haven't played anything else this week because I haven't. Sean and I both beat Super Mario Odyssey. I got right to about, right at about 10 hours.
Okay. Oh, see, I don't even know what I'm at.
I've manually kept track of it because the Switch hasn't
okay.
updated. We haven't played it for enough days yet for it to tell you how long you've played.
So, do you want to keep the spoiler free or do a little spoiler warning?
I think we keep the...
There's stuff that I've seen that I don't even want to spoil for you. So,
okay.
let's just not even...
Yeah, let's not talk about...
No spoilers.
that
No
last
spoilers. You're
part.
fine.
I definitely don't want to spoil the end. Not even
Right.
the ending. the whole like last half hour.
Right.
If you care at all, I'm talking with my eyes closed. If you care at all about Mario, don't let it. And you're playing this game. Oh, I saw Logan beat it today, so I need to DM him. Don't let it get spoiled for you. Oh my God! But okay, so let's talk about it before then. So yeah, we won't do any spoilers. It's not like it's The Last of Us or something, but which I had spoiled for me. Oh, the wind's blowing that way now. That'd be nice if it stayed that way. What'd you think?
Of the game in general,
In
or
general,
the ending?
and then the ending and whatnot.
I think I've seen enough now to be able to officially
Oh boy.
give this
Dramatic
a hair or a spider web.
Dramatic pause.
God, as if this even really matters. But I take it very seriously.
No, it does matter.
God. I want to give it a 10 out of 10, and then I'm like, I don't know. Like, if it's not a 10, it's a 9.9 out of 10. There are certain little things, and it's been the same way with every Mario game. And I noticed it today while I was playing. He just always seems like he's running on ice, and it's even worse when he is running on ice.
Yes.
There's like this mini game, which I don't really want to spoil. I mean, maybe I don't care. There's a mini game in the beachy one, the beach area, where it's like beach volleyball. Did you do that?
I didn't try because I was like, I've got enough moons. I'll go back and do it at some.
I mean, it's pretty easy. It's just,
what?
It's just weird looking.
We need more.
You have to just return the ball.
Keep talking.
I think 15 times to get a moon.
Watch out.
And
yeah, I'm dead.
And
whoa, I'm dead.
And like the ball would be coming and it's going to the opposite side of the court. And I'm like, I better start running over there. And it's like a freaking Looney Tune. And all of a sudden he's like, before he starts moving. I'm like, just run. But it's always been like that in all these 3D Mario games.
That's why I asked if there was a sprint button.
Right. It's almost like sometimes you just want to get a move on. And it's like he's doing the little Wile E. Coyote thing. And before we start, it always bothers. Like,
I understand.
The Zelda games aren't like that. Why is Link able to just start running like that, but Mario needs to, like, I don't know. But no, the game is so much fun. There is, I mean, I know there's no trophies and stuff on Nintendo, but the game has really, truly just begun when you beat it.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'll stop there. I don't want to give any spoilers anyway, but when you beat the game, first of all, when you think you're almost at the end of the game, you're not. I mean, you are. When you think you're about to beat the game, you're not. And then once you have beaten the game, you're nowhere near done with the game if you really care to.
The funny thing that I thought about when that happened was all the jokes, and this might be a minor spoiler if you've been following us for a long time, all the jokes I've made about what Fast and Furious is going to do next.
Oh.
And then Mario did it. I was like, I never saw that coming. That is
I
hilarious.
actually kind of did.
Really?
Because
has that happened in any other one?
No, but
if you got to do a spoiler warning, do a spoiler warning.
All right, spoiler warning for like literally 20 seconds. We'll do this when we're done.
Okay. Spoilers.
So if you care, I'll give you a few seconds to hit the pause button. I know maybe you're driving, maybe you got to do whatever. I'll let you find that pause button, but
if you're watching on iTunes, just click the 15-second forward twice.
Yeah, I'll keep it to 15 seconds.
And
ready?
Go.
Okay, so you go to the moon.
Correct.
I kind of wondered if that was going to happen because the whole throughout the game, whenever you see the world, the moon, it just always seems like the moon was always there, and it was always like it just seemed like it was always there, and I'm like, I wonder if there's a reason for that, and then I kind of thought it might happen, and it did.
I didn't pick up on that. Okay,
but
spoilers off.
But yeah. So what are your thoughts? You went into this game very not hesitant, but what's the word?
Anxious.
Yeah, just a little unsure of.
Kind of like how I am about this fire right now.
Right, it's getting very big.
It's getting very. That's what she said. I can definitely say that this is my most favorite Mario 3D game of all time. It's the only one I've played. But that would be selling it short. The ending is just so perfect. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but the whole, you know what I'm talking about. And if you've beaten it, you know what I'm talking about. If you grew up on Nintendo and everything, it is just so perfect. I got so like, oh, I can't believe this is happening, that I screwed up. Like I was going the wrong way on the two. I'll just say the 2D part. I went the wrong way because I was just like, I can't believe this is happening. Well, I just made a jump. You should have gone left, and I went right, and then it fell.
Okay.
So that was just amazing. I'm definitely not going to 100% this game because I can't get 800, and it's actually like 900 moons.
Well, I don't know if I am either because I think I talked to somebody in some of the post-game stuff. I think that's where it was. Maybe even been before that. I feel like somebody mentioned something about amiibos.
Not for moons.
I thought it did.
No,
because
I watched Gerard's review and he completed the whole game 100%.
Okay.
No,
good.
the amiibos though, they're pretty awesome. Like if you get the
you can
Peach,
get new outfits.
Oh no, they're way more than that because it's basically cheat mode. If you get the Peach wedding amiibo, and you get a life up heart every time. Excuse me. Every time you boop it, you get a life up heart.
You get a life up heart every time. Every time. You get a life up heart every time.
Every time you boop it, you get a life up heart. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I tried using my 8-bit Marios. Because you can go, the thing's called Uncle Amiibo. So after you beat the level, the little amiibo thing pops up. You go talk to him. You can boop an amiibo on there, and he after 5 minutes he'll show you like the area. I never waited for it because I just went to the next world. But he shows you like an area where the next moon might be or something.
Oh, okay.
And then if you just use it anytime, if you just push right on the D-pad and you do your amiibo, it gives you invincibility for like 15 seconds. That's the only way you can get star power in this game. I think you can use any amiibo for that. But that's all I tried. But the best thing I can say about this game, what I write down here, even if I don't end up going and trying to 100% this and doing all the post-game content, this game has already blown away my expectations.
Yeah.
It's not a 10 out of 10 for me. I've got too many issues. Like the main issues are the controls.
Yep.
The like you said,
but not that this excuses it. That's how it controls almost identically to like 64 and Galaxy. That
yeah, where it's like you're Fred Flintstone when you start playing.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
So I'm a little bit more used to it than you are. That's why I don't think I find it quite as annoying. But it's just I don't know.
The other main problem I have is the forced. Doesn't that moon look awesome? It looks like Castlevania. The forced motion controls. And I say forced because they essentially are.
That's one thing I've noticed when you try to do the stupid 360 hat thing.
Yeah.
I notice it more when I'm playing because I have played it handheld a little bit.
Okay.
But even when I'm playing with
you
the Pro controller,
and then do the left stick.
I shake it up and down. I mean, I shake it side to side.
Yeah, I go like...
But it's as if I shook it up because he goes, whip, and he throws his hat straight up in the air. I'm like, well, that's the point. I got enemies all around me, and I'm doing this.
I can almost never get the hat to go up, and I can never get it to go down, but I also don't know what the point of throwing it down is.
I didn't even know you could throw it down.
You go, and it's like Kung Lao or something, and it goes, and then it comes
I didn't
back.
know you could do that.
But I don't know. I haven't found any moons where you needed to do that, so I have no idea what the point of that is.
Right.
The other thing I wanted to ask you without any spoilers, the enemy, when I told you before I got to the ending, it was like, OMG, 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 OMG. When I said there's a point when you're like, okay, now I got to play it, the enemy.
That you can, yeah.
Once I saw that
I was like, please let me capture him.
In
Please
3D,
let me capture
I was
him.
like, that's when I was just like, okay, this game it just went up another level. I never thought I would have that reaction seeing that enemy, but man, it was so cool.
So, unless it's that, and if it is, you can leave it at that, but what I'm curious what your favorite capture was. I mean, I think just for the sheer like, oh, that is cool, was the T-Rex. But
Just
as far as
because,
just general enemies you can capture, I think my favorite was in I guess near the end, the little pokey beak bird that you can like stab into the wall and then flick yourself.
That was so useful. Yeah,
that was probably my favorite.
I loved the bullet bills. Just because, and when you got to be the big bullet, the Mama Bill or whatever, Papa Bill, I guess
Mama
it would be,
Bill.
not Mama Bill. That was cool. The one at the end was something else.
Yeah.
I didn't go back and look at my list to see how many.
I missed quite a few.
I
mean, not
assume I
quite a
have, but I
few,
wonder
but-
if there's new enemies in the post game. Is what I'm wondering.
I don't think I've seen any, but
I don't know. The game, it's not a 10 out of 10. Oh, and yeah, so the running is annoying. The motion controls are annoying, especially when there's so many unused buttons, whether you're playing handheld or in the Pro Controller. Like,
there's
L2
two
and R2
buttons
do the
that
same
throw
thing.
your hat. There's two
Yes.
buttons that jump.
Yes.
Like,
you could have done, and there's and Z targeting. We talked about that last week. Z targeting.
and like, so why do you have to hold duck and hit Y to do your little roll when I got two buttons that don't do anything? I mean, they do the same thing as other buttons. Why couldn't X have just rolled and A done your 360 hat? Like,
or just have Y is throw your hat and X is up and A is down and B jumps. Throw your hat up with X, down with A.
Yeah.
That would have made such a big difference.
yeah, the controls are not great, and for whatever reason, I loved in Zelda. Once you kind of talked me into it, the motion controls for like aiming, like the bow and arrow and stuff.
It was
I didn't care for it in this. It wasn't as
when you were the tanks. I
the
hated
tank.
it.
Yeah.
It seems like he wasn't moving at all.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's a sensitivity you can change, but I didn't. Yeah. But no, I think the controls are by far the weakest aspect of the game. I guess that's true. I would say the gameplay is a 10 out of 10. The controls, there's some things that could be improved.
Yeah, for all my gripes and saying it's not a 10 out of 10, I haven't played a game that I smiled this much. I
Right.
don't think ever. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't smile this much in Zelda because there was parts where Zelda was very frustrating. This game was also very easy. That's another thing. I felt like when
Yeah.
I died, it was because... Oh, and speaking of controls, the one thing, and I still cannot get it, I've seen people with these videos online where they jump across like a mile-long gap, where they jump, flick the hat, land on
I've
the
done
hat.
it a few times, but
How?
I can't.
Every time I jump off the hat, he doesn't throw it again. I cannot figure it out, and it drives me nuts. There's like these big gaps I want to go across, and I cannot figure it out.
I think I don't know if you have to. You may have to do the midair like.
I do that,
dive
but then he
thing.
dives, and he's like, because you can't throw the hat once you dive. So I don't know if you. I think what it probably is you jump, is you throw the hat, jump onto it.
You have
No,
to
that doesn't
throw
make
the
any
hat. You need to
sense.
throw it immediately, and then you like dive onto it, and then you need to throw it again and dive. You basically throw, dive, throw, dive, throw, dive.
Yeah, I think I did dive, throw, dive. I bounced and dove. I didn't throw it again.
Yeah,
that,
you have
that
to
must be
throw
what
it
is.
before you die.
I want to just go to a cliff somewhere and be like, okay, I'm going to figure this out. And
Yeah.
I still don't know how. There's nothing. Maybe you'll tell me that you've seen it, but remember how we said there's these power moons that are like a mile up in the sky, and we're like, I don't know how to get there. And somebody said, well, in post game, it'll all make sense. There's no Tanuki suit or a P-wing or anything that I've found that would let you get up to some of these that seem like they're completely. Now maybe there's like an albatross or something from Mario
Right.
2
Yeah.
that you can take control of and go up there or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. I will say the post game stuff is fun. I realized way too late because I never did it once during the game. I never used the Odyssey except when the game told me to. I didn't go back to any worlds, whatever.
I went
So-
back to get the T-Rex because I missed him the first
So when
time.
you get to the post game stuff, it again tells you need X number of moons, or the Odyssey needs so many more moons. I'm like, oh, so I can't leave this place until I get so many moons, and it's a lot of moons. So I'm like, well,
Oh, you can't leave that place?
no, you can.
Okay.
I just thought you couldn't because it was saying you need more moon, and like,
Okay.
so when I had already gotten some moons, and then when I threw my hat at the thing,
Mhm.
it would take the moons,
Right.
and then that would be it. I didn't realize that once I no longer have moons to give, I throw the hat
Then
at
you
the
jump
globe
on
thing
it and go.
again,
Yeah.
and that so I eventually realized, oh, I can leave, because I'm like, I can't find any more moons, and
Yeah.
I'm still a lot short. Like what? And then once I found out I could leave, then now I went back to the beginning, and I'm gonna kind of make my way through the worlds again.
I think that's
but-
what I'm going to go back after I do enough in the thing after the ending.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to Cascade and try to get everything and just see how far I get before I'm like, okay, I'm done for now.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say? Oh, I saw on Reddit somebody somehow, and I don't know how this is possible, made a looping video. He had saved up like hundreds of moons, and then it was like 400 moons or something stupid. I don't know how that's even possible, because I think you have to give your moons in when you get on the Odyssey to go somewhere else. I haven't found a way to just go to the Odyssey and just say, take me somewhere.
Right.
And it's just like he throws it and the moons go, and it is so cool. Like it's like
I did that, but I was only at, I think I got up to like 60 something.
really.
Not 400, but
Right.
like 60. But even that was cool.
It was so cool to just see
yeah.
it go and go
Yeah.
and go. So overall, I love this game. It's going to be fun when we do our top 10 games this year.
It's going to be difficult. It's going
I'm-
to be very difficult.
I think I'm locked in on my top 5. I'm probably
In order?
I think so.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be very interesting Tuesday when Frozen Wilds comes out to go back to Horizon, and then hopefully when the Zelda DLC comes out to go back to Zelda. Because it's like, I think
Yeah.
I have forgotten how just perfect that game was.
Yeah.
Because I went from that to Horizon, and I was just so over the moon excited for Horizon, and I loved it so much. And I really never went. I went back to Zelda here and there when I was just bored, like waiting for my tires to get changed or something.
Right.
But I didn't get the heroes. I didn't do the heroes path trials or whatever they're called because I didn't pay for the DLC yet. So it's going to be interesting to go back to that. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah.